Got it?
1, 2, 3, take it up space!
Tamir's in space.
Flynn, behind you, look right behind you. It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn, behind you, look.
Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
Gotcha.
Proud of you, Flynn. Flynn, can I now? Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue
Oh
line.
my gosh. Oh my goddess.
Wow.
Oh my That's our pink moon. Okay. Now it's time to look out. Oh my gosh. She's so much. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. That's amazing.
Katie!
A new day where we have to talk about rich people again. Yeah, let's get into it. Hi everyone, my name is Nelly and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about anything and everything, commentary, pop culture, all of that. I just talk because I just like yapping, I guess. What is that? Okay, no. Anyways, I would have done this video on Tuesday, but like I was so lazy to shoot this video, mainly because I had to write things. Like I just cannot sit down and like blab, like yep. When I speak, it has to make sense because I feel like knowledge is power, information is power. So I'm not just gonna sit behind the camera and just blab and say what the hell I want to say and it does not make sense. So I was kind of icked by that. I was icked. Girl, you're an English teacher. What's happening? Icked. I was icked by that. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about Katy Perry, Gayle King, and the rest of the other friends that went to space. Let's get into it. Okay, so in case you missed it, Katy Perry, Gayle King, and a few other very rich, very famous people went to space on Monday for 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Guys, 8 minutes. Yeah. And the wild part, it wasn't for science or like innovation or discovery. It wasn't for research. It wasn't for some groundbreaking exploration. It was just because they could. Just for vibes, just to flex. Wow. Whoa, rich people are insane. Low-key, kinda, I don't know, but yeah. So apparently Katy Perry even sang a song on space while floating in zero gravity, which like, sure, I mean, that's a goal, I guess. That's cool. We've officially unlocked space concerts now. Great. Thing is, I just cannot put my head around this thing. I'm trying to grasp the whole, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm such a purpose person. Like when you do something, there has to be a purpose. And I guess that's my fault because sometimes people be doing things just because they can do things. And maybe this whole space exploration was just about that. They were rich, they could do it, they had money, so why the heck not? But what really got people, myself included, very kind of like off put by this is what it represents. Okay, not the launch itself, not Katy Perry specifically, not Gayle King. You know, people be like, oh, you know, are y'all coming for Katy Perry? Why is Katy Perry getting all the hate? Why is Gayle King getting all the hate? Why are they getting the hate? But it's like, for myself, personally, I'm not hating on them. I'm just hating on what this whole thing kind of represented. And that's what I want to talk about. So yeah. This is not specifically about Katy Perry. It's about what it means when the ultra rich are casually launching themselves into space while the rest of us down here are still struggling to buy groceries. This is not even about jealousy. It's It's about like how out of touch rich people can be. Like how disconnected as a person you can be to actually be like, oh, you know what? Let me just take a casual voyage to space and have a concert there. And I'm exaggerating, but like, you see where we're going? Yeah, okay. So let's break it down really quickly. A suborbital spaceflight took place on Monday, and it lasted like 8 minutes in space. On board, we had Katy Perry, Gayle King, and some other celebrities and rich, high status individuals. And no, there was no scientific payload or scientific innovation that had prompted the trip. Just vibes, just a luxury experience funded by a lot of money. And yeah, space travel is hella expensive. Hey, we're not talking about just some small money. No, these flights don't just happen without burning tons of resources, fuel, money, labor, infrastructure. Also, a few rich people could say they've been to space. But here's where I would really want to focus. This isn't a rich people's bad video, okay? I'm not here to talk bad about rich people. This is a rich people don't even see us anymore video, because space travel used to be about innovation. It used to be about science, about discovery, about space, about us learning about space, you know? And now it's a flex, it's a luxury package. It's also a little unsettling, honestly, if we think about it. We're living in a time where people, or let me say, we're living in a time where global inequality is getting so much worse. People cannot afford food. People cannot afford housing. People are working 2 jobs and are still struggling. There's a climate disaster. Basic human rights are being attacked. And in the middle of all of that, a bunch of wealthy people decided, you know what? Let's have a blast. Let's just leave the planet for 8 minutes just for fun and to flex about it. Like, what are we even doing? The vibe isn't how aspiring this is. The vibe is, are you even aware of what's happening down here? When you reach a certain level of wealth, you stop living on the same earth as we live in, okay, as everyone else. Like physically now, apparently, that's what as we can see. But beyond that, the literal trip to space, this event is symbolic of the bubble that billionaires and mega celebrities live in, where life is one big photo op, one big exclusive experience, while the rest of us are dealing with actual life. Like, we're dealing with debt, health crisis, health scares, student loans, war, food prices getting hiked up, eggs are expensive. Like, as soon as you get the heck out of the house, like as soon as your leg is out of the house, you spend like $100 a day. Or what are we doing? It's not even just tone deaf, it's dystopian. Because while they float in zero gravity, the rest of us are being crushed by the weight of an economy that no longer works for us. And again, I'm not saying it's their job to fix the world. That's not the point of this video. The point is, how do you spend that much money, burned through that many resources, and not even realize how much that says about your distance from reality? Now, here's the counter argument I know is coming. It's their money. They earned it. They can do whatever they want with their money. Great, sure. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. And this is not me telling people what they have to do with their money, because, child, I don't want anybody to tell me what I have to do with my money. But there's a difference between having like the freedom to spend however you want and being completely oblivious to the optics of that spending. Especially now, especially when public trust in the wealth, in tech billionaires, in institutions is at an all-time low. Nobody's asking Katy Perry or Gayle King or the rest of the others that went to the space to solve every crisis, you know. But when you spend millions on a joyride while people are rationing insulin or living paycheck to paycheck, it makes a statement, whether you intend it or not. And that statement is, your problems aren't my problems. This space trip is just the latest reminder of a larger truth. The people with the most power are drifting further and further away from the rest of us, not just financially, but emotionally, socially, ethically, spaciously. Literally. I don't even know if that's a word. I know that's definitely not a word. I'm an English teacher. I should know that's not a word. They live in a world where private jets are normal, islands are accessories, and now apparently space is just another backdrop for content. We are in trouble, guys. I cannot believe we're living in such an out of touch world. Well, not world, but I cannot believe we're living with people that are so out of touch with reality and with the world. We used to look up at the stars and the sky and dream of the future. Now it feels like we're watching the future get auctioned off 8 minutes at a time. That is crazy. That is some crazy work. I don't know, you guys. Yo, I don't know. So no, this video was not made to send some backlash on Katy Perry or Gayle King or the rest of the other women that went to space. I'm not saying they're evil. I'm not saying, they should spend their money like this or like that. All I'm saying is we're watching something shift. We're watching the wealth gap literally go interplanetary. And maybe it's not about blame. Maybe it's just about awareness. Because when the people with the most money don't even see the people with the most need, we've got a much bigger problem than a pop star in space. They literally went to space, and all it really did was prove how far they floated from Earth. Just think about that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Yeah. When rich people on Earth stop living on Earth, when their decisions are being made in the clouds, in boardrooms, in space shuttles, that's when you realize we're not even on the same planet anymore. Literally. We are in some deep shit. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this video. And you can tell me, what do you think about this whole Katy Perry and Gayle King and the rest of the other women going to space? What are your opinions about it? Do you think, why not do whatever you want to do with your money? Or do you think, girly, y'all are just out of touch with reality? So tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. I would really like to have a chat with you guys down there and see what you guys have to say about that. But above all else, I hope you guys have a great day. Mwah. Bye.